Hi everyone, I'm back with another review. I am Shauna Ray, Season 1, Episode 2, Girl with the Cherry Tattoo. It starts off, Shauna goes to a tattoo parlor to do a consultation on a new tattoo she wants. A cherry tattoo. And she was telling the tattoo artist how she wanted it, and he showed her one, and she was like, she don't want it to look like she's trying to sexualize it, because she said the one that you're showing me looks like sex, pertaining to sex. And she said, I don't want that on me. And so he was sitting there talking to her while he was, trying to draw something up. And he was asking her, do you have any tattoos? And she was like, yeah, I have several. And she was, showing her tattoos and explaining to him, what they meant to her or whatever, or the reason why she got them in the first place. And the reason why she want this one, that because it's going to represent her grandfather that died years ago. And that he was the type of person that, he wouldn't let nobody hurt her. And he was always there for her and stuff. And that's why she's thinking about getting another tattoo, some kind of cherry type tattoo. And back at the house, she was telling her parents that she's finna go out with some of her friends to a brewery. And and her friends shows up. Oh hell, I forgot to get I forgot to get their name. It was a guy and a girl. They show up to pick her up. And along the way they was riding and talking, and she was asking them about some, if they could give her some advice about moving out. And they was telling her about their experiences about moving out and stuff like that. And they told her they think that would be a good idea for her. And then she was like, well, my parents now, I'm talking about building a house, and then they're gonna build another house next to the house, and I'm gonna live in that house. She said, no, I ain't trying to do all that. But she said, I really would like to have some roommates, a roommate or her younger sister. Maybe they could share a house or an apartment, something like that. And they arrive at the brewery, and Shauna, she was saying that she don't like wine or beer, but she can do liquor. So I think they ordered. I think she ordered a cider, a hard cider, and then one of the producers, was talking to this, one of the sisters, when they be doing they, like I guess they confessionals or whatever, and they asked how many drinks does it take for Shauna to get drunk, and then one of the sisters say, well, they was out at a bar with her one time, and she had like 3 shots of liquor and something else, and she was just tipsy. They said you would think as small as she is, she'd have been drunk as I don't know what. I thought that was kind of funny there. But she looked like a fun person, that you can hang out with. And you know, she's just like a cool person. You can tell that about her, and you can tell she might be a little different from her sisters. And the next scene, they show Shauna going to a doctor's appointment. Oh, she's 3 foot and 10 inches. After the doctor took her measurements, she's 3 foot and 10 inches, and the doctor was talking to her about fertilities and other issues. And Shauna go on to tell her that she's been having migraines every day. She either wakes up or go to bed with one, but she's having one, and she's nauseous, and like I guess like her eyesight is blurry, because I know how that is, migraines. That ain't no joke. And then they was telling her, you know, she should go to another a specialist, because they might want to do what you call those, an MRI or a scan on her brain, you know, to see what's going on with those headaches, and she's having them every day. And you know, they just want to be, you know, just keep a watch on things. You know, don't want nothing to get out of hand. And then later they show Shauna going to lunch with her mother and Riley. And the bartender, where the waitress come up to take their order and ask if they could, if he can, you know, get them something to drink. And then they was like, what do you have? And he was like, oh, we got soda and Shirley Temple. And Shauna was like, I have a water. And Shauna told one of the producers, at the age of 7 years old, she was drinking Shirley Temple and she didn't want one. And Shauna goes on to tell her mother that she's not having any luck on the dating online. And her mom was like, why not try a matchmaker? She said, I know someone that's a matchmaker, and you know, they might can match you up with someone. And Shauna was like, well, okay, you know, she'll try it. And then Shauna goes on to tell one of the producers, you know, in her confessionals or whatever, that she was in a 5 year long distance relationship, off and on for 5 years. And she said it was pretty hard. I guess she was going through verbal abuse or whatever, but he didn't treat her right. And it was going on for 5 years. And they was just asking a question about the matchmaker. No, she did a video call with the matchmaker. And you know, the matchmaker was talking to her about what type of guy she liked, and you know, and I guess she was letting her know she'll date any race. She prefer. I thought she said she prefer a. Did she say a darker complexion? Well, anyway, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that episode because that's what I thought she said. And the lady goes on to ask her about intimacy, and she told her that, you know, all the boxes have been checked with intimacy, so she didn't have a problem with that. And she did go on to say that she's never had a public relationship. It always been long distance. She said when it was time to go out in public, you know, either the guy, you know, is ashamed or don't want to be seen with her, but behind closed doors, you know, that's fine. But just being out in public, unless, you know, it's just a friend thing, then that's okay. But like a boyfriend, she said no. And then her sister goes on to say that Shonda is attracted to tall guys. And then, but she said, well, I don't want nobody. Did she say she didn't want nobody shorter than her? But she said she do like them tall, so. And that's all I have for this episode. Um, it's getting, the episode is good. They getting better. I gotta get a lot better, but until next time.